I'm really outside today. I'm really outside today. It's that time of day. I don't got time to play. I'm really outside today. I'm really outside today. I'm really outside with the K. I don't got time to play.
Ay, I'm really outside, keep the Draco by my side. Getting money all the time, it's really that time of day. I'm feeling like Chucky, this child's play. I'm really on time trying to count me these hundreds. I see them all looking, they wishing I couldn't. I do what I want today. Hopped in the foreign and went for a ride today. I know they wishing I wouldn't have nothing. Now I'm at the top, man, I came up with something. I trusted in no one back when I was broke. And ain't nothing changed, just nobody to code. I ride around with a Tommy. Ay, I don't try to rap, that's a hobby. Ay, the Cartier wrist on my body. Ay, VVS teeth and no talking.
I'm really outside today. I'm really outside today. It's that time of day. I don't got time to play. I'm really outside today. I'm really outside today. I'm really outside with the K. I don't got time to play.
Yeah, my car parked with my jewelry on and my tats out. Let's see what you bout. I'm a quarterback with a Draco and them holler tips will run a stupid route. I'm outside and you know it. Yeah, them honey buns come flow. Don't play with my game cause you ain't gon' do it. Don't mention my name if you ain't paid for it. Outside with the gang, get wetter. Judging my life and you can't do better. Don't hit my line if it ain't about chat. Money on my mind, I'ma die for letter. I'm in these streets, I'm in this trap. If bodies ain't dying, I bet they collapse. Now I'm really eating, but not off a rapid. Don't you be lagging, I'm closing the casket.
I'm really outside today. I'm really outside today. It's that time of day. I don't got time to play. I'm really outside today. I'm really outside today. I'm really outside with the K. I don't got time to play.
Yes, sir. That's what's up right there, y'all. That is you already know who that is. That's my boy Joker right there. We gotta love when you know what I mean? We gotta love it, the music and support the movement, man. And you guys already know that I've been around the block for quite a minute, especially when it comes to Instagram. Like Instagram has been my platform for like the last 12 years straight. But it's funny because me and him have been, so close for so long. And I've seen him break the internet, like I've said multiple times. I've watched him do it. And then to be able to like break it again, like at this kind of level is kind of ridiculous. They actually just posted him on like 5 minutes ago. Like as we were sitting here, I actually sent it to Joker while we were sitting here. Let me show it to you guys. I thought it was kind of funny because all of a sudden they're posting him 5 minutes ago, basically 5 minutes before I got onto the show. And I saw it and I just was like, oh shit, let me send this to Joker because he gets tagged or he gets posted on all this stuff. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the actual, let me go ahead and end this screen share and then do a new one. Sorry, y'all. This is just the way we do it on live. All right, there we go. So we're going to put that up and 3, 2, 1. Yep, there we go. All right. So they just posted this 26 minutes ago now. It's already got 75,000 likes. And it says Florida Joker is demanding $2 million from Rockstar Games. And you can see me in the comments there. That's my brother, Real Florida Joker. Rockstar Games better be talking to him soon. You know what I mean? Like, we got some stuff. I mean, this is just happening right now. Like, it's not like it's dying out or something that's not really true. His entire storyline actually got put into the fucking game. So it's kind of legendary, you know what I mean? And I'm stoked for him. And, I really hate watching these people that hate on somebody because they're doing something well. That's something that pisses me off because to me, that truly shows your own insecurity. If you are like that, I always say you can figure out your true friends when you're losing and you can figure out your true friends when you're winning. And when you're winning, if they're celebrating with you, those are your friends. The ones that are not celebrating with you and they're secretly hating off in the corner, you know what they're about. They're not really your friend. Yeah, man. And Guardian Riders, I hope he gets paid too. You know what I mean? I really do hope he gets paid. That's something that we're really working on. And truth be told, me and Joker, I kind of manage Jokers into an extent. And I mean, kind of to the fullest extent, I guess. But we're actually preparing an actual document for Rockstar for when they contact him, because they are going to contact him. The main headlines of everything is GTA. We got to talk. You know what I mean? And I know how this shit works. And big shout out to everyone that's in the chat, man. Massive, massive shout out. We got photo editor up in the building. Massive shout out to my boy right here. Look, boom. Photo editor up in the building. He does all my custom GFX, my graphics design. He does all of the different collabs, picture editing, all of that kind of stuff. He has an amazing business. Go, like I say, go support the man, especially on, that's exactly how it is in Instagram, is photo_editor_NC. But yeah, you know what I mean? We've got some amazing people. We got our sis Marianne up in the building. Much love and respect. And of course, we got the national president of the Guardian Riders MC, Mr. Nitro himself. I appreciate you for being in here and hanging out with your man, the myth, the legend. We got Frank as well. Brother Frank is always in here to show that love and support. We got, of course, that big Joker gang stuff right there. Todd coming in as well. Hello, family. Much love and respect to you as well. Brother Steve. We got our brother Steve up in the building as well. He's also a channel member. Mega shout out to all the channel memberships, to all you guys. Listen, those channel memberships actually pay way more than the Google AdSense that we get from this kind of stuff. It's kind of like when you support someone through Patreon. They're really getting paid from that. They're not really getting paid from, let's just say, YouTube. That's what really makes us and allows us to continue, is not just the super chats and the donations, but your monthly contribution to the actual channel of being a channel member. And Steve is one of those channel members, so I got to give him a mega shout out, man. Absolutely. We got Chicago Feeder up in the building as well. Marianne says you put in the work, getting paid in order. Yeah, exactly. We got, and Nelson as well, my brother. How are you doing, my man? And Nelson is also another channel member. He's an officer, which is the highest tier of all channel memberships. I double hit some shit right there for you. And then we got Smitty as well up in the building. Appreciate you guys. And then, yeah, photo editor here is actually, believe it or not, making a movie / like mini documentary about my little life. Hey, I'm humbled by that. Like, I can't believe that he decided that he wanted to do that. That's a blessing, my man. Let's see. Respect to everyone. Hope everyone is having a wonderful Sunday. See, that's the type of time I'm on. That's you know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm on. It's all about, enjoying yourself, especially a Sunday, man. Like, if you're not enjoying your Sunday, what's wrong with you? And hey, you never have to thank me for just explaining the truth. You know what I mean? You never have to do that. Can you donate if you have Google Pay? I think you can connect it to the way you donate through Super Chat. And the biggest way that you can help without any money being taken off the top is Cash App. Just, you guys don't remember this. You guys do not have to do this. Okay. This is something that I'm here for you guys 1000%. You do not have to pay me to be here. Okay. That is not what this is about, but it does help the channel and it helps me immensely, way more than you guys understand when you guys do it. So I really appreciate you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'll show you guys what it is. Let me respond to this. All right. So let me go ahead and get back to where I was. And Frank, man, you never have to thank me again. Been working on it for 2 months now. No way. So he just announced this morning, guys, that he's doing this documentary, mini movie about me. I had no idea. You know what I mean? The truth be told is is he was like, I want to make amazing photo editing work for you, and let me show you what I can do type stuff. And so he did, and it was just insane photo work and editing and graphics design. And so me and him have just been, bonded that way, So I really appreciate him for putting the amount of time, effort. And then look, I didn't even know that he was doing this up until this morning when he announced it on Instagram, and I just reposted it. So, wow, we got Nitro from the Guardian Riders coming in hot with that YouTube channel membership. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for that. It helps the channel. Like I said, you guys don't even know. You know what I mean? That's really what helps the channel. It's not the Google AdSense. It's not the other crap. That doesn't pay. So this stuff, it means something. And also, side note as well, since we're already on the topic and I don't have to speak about it again, is every single super chat that is sent in through the chat is being logged. Every single one of you guys have been logged, and it's going towards a channel tattoo on my body from you guys. Okay. So I just thought that was going to be a very cool incentive for everybody to be able to actually, and I'm going to live stream it. I'm going to live stream me getting the tattoo and everything. So it's going to be really fun. It's going to be really fun. And Marianne says, a movie, how awesome. Exactly. Photo editor says, I just never told y'all or anything. Exactly, bro. Like, see, that's insane love, bro. That's insane. Reaper says it's no different than buying a book from your friend who is an author. Exactly. It's just supporting what they do if you can. If you can. If you cannot, listen, there's no shame in that. I know how it feels to be in tight spots. I know how it feels to be where that $5, let's just say, could really help in another aspect of your life. Listen, there is zero judgment, man. And like Todd says, what is time? Only time will tell. Time is a program to keep us on schedule. Different place, different time. Like, this man is all about humility, humble, and humanity. Look at that. He is really about the true meaning of freedom, and that happiness. It's 3 a.m. for Smitty over there, so you must be across the pond. I actually never knew that about you, Smitty. I never knew that you were actually across the pond in England somewhere, or somewhere in Europe, obviously. Pretty radical, man. Pretty radical. So yeah, man. So I just needed to do this little intro and respond to y'all before I bring in my brother Junkyard. If you guys are following me on Instagram, he has lately been coming on to, just recent. He's been coming on to the live streams because not everyone, and I know you guys in the chat as well, a lot of you guys are not comfortable getting behind a camera and talking to a camera and just speaking and being open. And it can be nerve-wracking. Like, we've discussed this. When you're new to this is not something that just comes natural. You know what I mean? This is something that you got to put seat time in, just like you would on a motorcycle. You know what I mean? So Junkyard is someone that really shows that utmost love, respect, honor, dignity. This man carries himself to the highest. He has supported the channel since day one, and he has and it's actually been further than that. It's where he's been supporting me on the Instagram side of stuff as well for a very long time. And so it wasn't until recently that he decided to get on camera, and I'm honored that he's coming on to the channel here right now. And also, guys, remember, he lives the lifestyle. This is not someone that just is just talking. Okay. So there's a difference between people that you can just get onto the show and people that actually are really about this lifestyle. That's really what I hold this channel to. I hold it to that next level. I hold it, and you guys see the people that I interview, the people that are on this channel, and what kind of standard I like to set. So, of course, anybody I bring onto the show is going to be to that standard at bare minimum. And so I put Mr. Junkyard himself, let's bring him in, on that standard. What's going on, my man?
Hey, y'all know the catchphrase. We live, baby.
Hey, it's so funny. I love when you come in. So whether it be YouTube, whether it be Instagram, I love when you come in and you're like, "We live, baby." Boom. You know what I mean? I love it. It's super fun. And, having you on the channel is something that I've been thinking about doing for a minute because it's not like you've been doing this for a long time, right?
Right.
You know,
I just recently got into this.
right. So ever since that you decided that, hey, I'm gonna go on like Instagram live and kind of dabble on this and see how it feels, you have now, you know what I mean, experienced it to a little bit. And ever since then, I was like, you've got to come onto the channel because I know that you have lived the life. I know what you're doing. I know what you currently do. You don't have to say anything about any of that. I'm just saying I already know your history and I know where you're at. So I know you're the real deal. We talk offline. It's that deep. So you're not just a random person. Just wanted to let everybody know in the chat about this. So, you live in a different state than I do. I live in Southern California. Would you like to give a shout out to your state?
Yeah, shout out to Boot, man. Louisiana. If y'all passing through, stop, get some good food, meet some cool people, bro. It's a great place to live. It
I
really
could only
is.
imagine the food. I've always been told the food in Louisiana is like just amazing, off the hook.
Dude,
So that's I've yet to go. I mean, have you ever attended? I mean, I might be sounding lame right now, but have you ever attended Mardi Gras and all of that stuff? Have you
Oh,
attended that?
yes,
So
yes,
I've
yes.
I've never done it. I've never done it. I've actually always wanted to do it. So one of these days, man, we gotta set it up where I fly out or something.
Hey,
We'll
brother.
we'll do a whole vlog on it. You know what I mean? We'll have a great time.
Most
But
definitely. We can make that happen, bro. So Mardi Gras is in February, just so you know.
okay, so I've actually never known when it is. It always just happens, and then I see it on like Instagram or something. You know what I mean? So it happens
Yeah.
in February.
Yeah, I mean, the actual time is February. Down here, it's about a 3 month long party, honestly. Like
Three
from the time
months.
from the time New Year starts till
Well,
about
I
two to
thought it
three
was a
months in, man,
day.
it's just a day. The holiday is just a day. But down here we get down a little bit different.
Oh, so you guys really party.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
wow. So you guys
it's
so would you guys consider yourselves at that next level, like probably number one party state of the United States? I mean, if you're
I would say
partying
we're
for three
pretty
months straight,
close.
if you're partying for 3 months
I'd
straight,
say
I
we're
don't
pretty
know
close.
any other place that's doing that. That's a whole season of partying.
Right. Well, I can tell you
Mm.
this much. Louisiana has, I'm almost positive Louisiana has 3 or 4 of the top party schools, like colleges in the country.
Oh, okay,
So
so that tells you something right there. That tells you something right there. So shout out to Louisiana, man. So meaning now the reason why I bring this up is we, are on different sides of the United States here, and I have lived the lifestyle. You have lived the lifestyle as well. Um, and I know that you hear me speak a lot about the West Coast and what I have dealt with in my region because I only speak on my region, right? I'm not sitting here saying this is how it's got to be for the entire United States. You'll never hear me say that. I'm always about this is what it is here. This is what I've experienced here. Now, a lot of it can be universal for everyone. A lot of it can be, and then there can be subtle differences. Have you seen any subtle differences of like the things that I've talked about on the Southern California set compared to your guys' set? Because, like I said, I have never been down to the boot. I have never been down there. I don't know what it's like, protocol wise, or how the clubs move, or any of that. I don't know how it works. Now, is it kind of similar? Is it majorly different?
I mean, so one thing I learned coming into this world as a first generation biker, I'm a first generation biker.
Me
So
too.
coming into this world, one thing I had to learn is every country operates different, every region operates different, every state, every chapter,
Even down to cities.
even down to cities. So it's like there's some stuff on the West Coast that, yes, is very, very similar to stuff we do down here.
Right.
1000%. You know what I'm saying? Your basic MC stuff, yes.
Now, would you say that we have a big influence on the rest of the country with the way that we move as a protocol here in some, let's say the Southern California area, especially because a lot of those clubs were kind of born here.
Right.
So I mean, that's why I ask, so is there a big influence from the West Coast to what you guys do?
Well, the influence down here on the bike scene, as far as the West Coast stuff goes, it's more of like the bike building style. Because down here where I'm at, it's a different crew that runs down here, that runs the areas
Right.
down here.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? We get the West Coast style more in the bike build stuff. But as far as how to carry yourself, it's definitely a different breed of carrying yourself down here. You almost carry yourself even more on pins and needles down here as I would in the West Coast or the East Coast.
Right. So you're saying that it's basically up to the same speed where no matter what, you've got to cross your T's and dot your I's. And so that's kind of what I like hearing, because I don't necessarily like to hear where, let's just say, it's all lackadaisical over here and no one really cares about protocol, no one really cares about this. I don't like hearing that. I like hearing that we're all kind of on the same page, because protocol, let me explain this to people that have never heard me say it, is protocol is not there to punish you. Protocol allows the big fish to swim with the little fish and do it peacefully. That's what protocol is meant for. So that's why I like hearing that protocol is being followed throughout, whether it be here in the United States alone or a different country. I mean, we as the United States have actually really influenced the rest of the world. I mean, you got to think the club I'm in, right? 28 countries deep. That's a lot of countries, and let alone there's hundreds of countries in the world. So imagine all those motorcycle clubs and all that, they get the influence from the United States. So we that's why we have, as a voice up here right now, I have a responsibility. You know what I mean? I can't just sit here and just blab and say, you can do this, you can do that, blah, 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 because you can't. And this is why I love connecting with people like yourself that are in different parts of the country, where I can physically or basically ask you straight up and go, how is it there? So I can kind of get an idea, you know what I mean? And it sounds like you guys kind of follow the same protocols. I'm sure there's different small little things here and there, but it kind of is around the same idea.
Right. And, I don't really know which, granted, I'm saying I'm not from the West Coast, so I don't know how it's set up out there. But around here, there's levels, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, I'm sure, understand this and hear this all the time. But for those of you who don't know, I'm going to give you a rundown. That when people say there's levels to this shit, there's levels to this stuff. And each level around here in this area, you kind of have to work your way up to be able to get in front of the people you want to get in front of, to be able to carry yourself correctly in protocol ways.
True.
Like,
very true.
For me right now, I actually took a step down from a bigger club to a smaller club because I've seen in my area what my area needed.
And by the way, I call that being more of a man than anything. Like, people can say and be like, oh, you didn't have the balls for this. No. Don't get it twisted. There's different levels of dedication, time. You got to consider family. You got to consider so many aspects of your life. I say that you're more of a man to be able to recognize something and not just continue to do something that you don't want to do or cannot do or cannot keep up with. Whatever the case is, I don't know. But then you go to something where you can be most useful, you know what I mean? Because that's what we're supposed to do as any nation, right? You know, we're supposed to be bettering the nation. So I really admire that. I really admire that. So continue on. I'm sorry.
Right. So I took a step down because I saw the need in my area where the direction the club that I was with was going is something I want one day. But right now, for the betterment of our nation and the people that are underneath that umbrella, the best place for me to be was a smaller club and teach these guys that are green or have been around but just ain't been taught yet how to move and follow protocol. Because for me, I'm a young guy. Not a lot of people listen to me in my area. I'm the youngest in my club. I'm probably one of the youngest guys in my area.
I know how it feels.
But
I know how it feels.
So like I've been around I've met a lot of people in my club that are lifers. They will speak on my behalf.
Well, you're very much like me. You're very much like me that you want to learn. You're like a sponge. You're someone that wants to talk to the graybeard, sit down, listen. We've got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You know, you're very much like me, and that's why, you know, I have you on here, because a lot of the times us young guys actually don't have a voice. You'll even notice on the shows that I do now, it's not like I have young guys come on. They are the graybeards. They are the older cats. You'll notice that every one of my shows are like that. And so when I find someone of that equal head value, I've got to highlight and show that our generation isn't completely fucked. You know what I mean? And so you are, you know, in my generation, and that's why I bring you on today. And it's special because you are on that same thinking playing field. You know what I mean? So anyway, so you go from the bigger club to the smaller club, and from there.
And, you know, from there, I've been there about going on officially 3 months. I stayed underground for a little while, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to do
always good to do that. It's good to do that.
I want to do stuff the right way, you know what I'm saying? That way nobody can say anything about anything that's going on. So I did my time. I did the right steps, and you know what I'm saying? Now I'm teaching guys who are my age, younger and older than me, the best way to move around our clubs. And we're actually, my specific chapter is growing quite rapidly, surprisingly. For an area that's been pretty broke down for a while, I'm actually very happy to see that people are starting to see that this can be good stuff. You know what I'm saying? That this is about finding people with like-minded mentalities, like you said. And for me, the biggest thing I want, because you heard my background yesterday about my family and stuff. For me, my biggest thing for me is being there for my family and being able to give my community a sense of safety.
Big time. That's a big thing, bro. That's a big thing. And that's something that not a lot of us have in heart going into a lot of this, because a lot of the times, as we've said before, it's nothing new, but there's a lot of patch chasers out there that want to wear a patch because of the patch and what it looks like or what it kind of resembles or whatever. They're not there for the mission. They're not there for anything else other than treating their egotistical bullshit. That's the truth. And I would say a lot of these people join clubs for the wrong reasons, whether they can't get women, whether they think that they need to be able to, you know, oh, clubs are all about party and I want to be able to get out and party. There's a lot of reasons why people join clubs, or because they've never been socially accepted in groups or whatever. They need people. They feel alone. There's a lot of broken people in these clubs. And that's why you have to kind of find these people. And unfortunately, you cannot accept everyone into your organization. And unfortunately, a lot of these organizations are doing that because they're about the money. And that's unfortunate, you know, because I wish we had more demand than supply, but we really have more supply than demand. So that's what hurts our entire culture. You know, so and like I said, this is why I bring you on, because you do have that same, you know, ideology as I do, that old school style, you know what I mean? And speaking of old school style, we got Nitro, the national president of the Guardian Riders, saying protocol is lost with some of the young guys here. It's nobody's fault but us old grade beards for not holding their feet to the fire when they break it. Now, I agree with this statement. but I also need the younger generation to take accountability as well, because this generation feels like they cannot, they can figure everything out by themselves. They don't need to be taught. They don't need to be shown anything. They already know it all. Now, there's a difference between a young generation knowing it all compared to a generation that literally is not taking any advice from anybody. And that's unfortunately where we're at right now with this generation, like Gen Z. Like, they don't want to be taught anything. They don't want to be taught anything. They've got it all figured out, and they think they can conquer Rome by themselves. And the truth is they cannot. You need to have mentors in your life. And unfortunately, this is lost a lot of the times because they get clicked up with the young cats, and then it's usually the young cats versus the older cats. And now it's like that. Oh, well, you're not thinking. You're just the old guys. You know, you're not thinking. Well, for me, I'm old school. You know what I mean? So I look at this stuff and I go, no, man, this ain't right. You know what I mean? So that's why, again, I believe you're exactly on that same playing field. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And, you know, bro, and this is a perfect description for you too. This is a lot of the older bros that I meet. When they ask me to describe myself, when the first time I meet, I've had a few bros ask me, and I tell them to their face, I'm a young gun, but an old head.
Right. Right. I mean, I was 22 years old, right? And I'm in the club, for instance, and I'm telling these graybeards that are, well, I'm not going to call them graybeards. Let's say probably Gen X guys who are newer to the club. Let's say they're prospects or whatever. And we're out on the set. I'm 22 years old. I theoretically have rank on you, and I have to keep things in line. I have to teach people how to walk on the set, how to treat people, how to do things. And it is very interesting because my entire life growing up, I guess, I grew up where I had to be professional, know how to use my language, communicate, blah, blah, blah. And that's just how I grew up. And so it was very interesting when I was 18 years old running my own marine petroleum operation on the waterfront. I'm literally in charge of a crew of 18 guys from each one of these ATBs, which we had 5, 6 of them. So I'm literally supervisor of all of them, including my own. So I'm 18, 19, 20 years old with this federal license, meaning a captain's license to be able to do this through the Coast Guard. So I'm literally telling these 40, 50, 60-year-olds what to do. And it's hard to do. And you can't just go do this, go do that, because they're not going to listen to you. You know what I mean? And a lot of those guys have been deckhands, let's say that they're 30 years in, and I've got to tell them what to do. Now, here's a specific situation. Once a prospect, always a prospect. All right. So this is how I've taken it before. When I was young, this is one of the situations how I handled it. I asked one of the deckhands to go ahead and clean the heads, which are the toilets. Okay. I asked them to go to clean the heads. They needed it. It was nothing punishment wise or nothing. It's just a job that needs to be done. I asked him if he could kindly do it. I asked him respectfully. He laughed at me and was like, ha, you think because you're a captain that you can just fucking tell me what to do? I said, you know what? No big deal. You feel like you don't want to take authority. You know, you take any authority from me. You don't want to take any sort of guidance that I'm clueless, right? I'll go down there. Don't worry about it. You go ahead and sit up in the captain's chair. Come sit up here. Sit here, relax. Put your feet up. I'm going to go down there. I'm going to go clean the heads. And I'm down there. I'm starting to get ready to do this shit. And the deckhand comes down. Captain, you don't have to do that. Like, let me go ahead and do that now. You know what I mean? Like, it's the way that you do things, the way that you talk, the way that you show leadership by actually doing leadership shit. And people don't know how to lead properly. And that's what's hard as being a young guy, having to tell guys, like, let's say, like I was saying on the set, I have to tell these guys how to move. I have to tell these guys, and a lot of the times they're looking at me going, you know, what, this 22-year-old kid's going to tell me what to do. You know what I mean? But
Right.
it's the way that you present yourself. It's the way that you hold yourself that
Correct.
they'll look at you and go, okay. They'll go, all right, I'll listen to you on that. You know what I mean? For sure.
Right. It's all about how you carry yourself, man. Like, I get a lot of love from people I've never met. I have a lot of people who know me that I've never met, all because of how I've carried myself in front of others.
Right.
So what's up,
Right.
Dr. Harley?
Yep, Dr. Harley up in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I agree with that one.
Steve says, as a fellow guy in the same industry, I have to clean plenty of heads in my exactly, bro. I know exactly what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about here. Pause, right? But Dr. Harley says one has to learn how to follow before they can lead. Now, that is 1,000% a fact. Now, this is something that I also said in my industry, going back to me being out at sea. The whole thing is, and I'm going to highlight it again, is that to become the best captain in the world, you have to become the best deckhand. That
Right.
You have to know how to become the best from the bottom up. You cannot just be the best at the top and never went through the ranks or the hose pipe, as we call it. Right? So he's 100% right. You need to learn how to follow before you can lead. And that's 1,000% a fact. Because a lot of people in this day and age, especially in the club world, they already feel like, oh, I know how to lead. I can do this. And that, like I said, these are people that are unwilling to listen to a lot of these graybeards. Like, and Nitro said in the chat, like, yes, the graybeards didn't really take and hold them accountable. Yes. And they could have done better by sitting us down, talking to us, trying to talk to us in a different way than maybe the boomers talk to the Gen X guys, because the millennials and the Gen Zs do not take kindly to the words that are spoken because they're sensitive. Okay. I'm not saying that all are sensitive, but it's fucking true. You know what I mean? It's definitely true.
Yeah. And see, for me, like, especially being a young guy, and this is kind of a comment towards Mr. Nitro, what he said about one of their chapters in the VP. So I'm going to expose myself a little bit. I'm 25. I'm the P of my chapter. And one thing that I had to learn when learning how to carry myself appropriately is not to listen to how people say things, but what they're saying.
Yep. Yep. It's hard because that's usually really hard because it taps into your emotions, you know, and when people, it's not, you know, it's the old saying, it's not what you're saying, it's how you say it. A lot of the times, like how I was saying, you know, the way the boomers taught the Gen X, they are really blunt, boom, bop, you know, that kind of shit. Millennials and Gen Zs don't work that way. I don't know why, but they'll instantly get guarded up and do exactly the opposite of what you just said, you know? So he's very right. He's very right. You know, Junkyard's very right on this, saying, you know, you got to be careful the way you say it to these kids. It's true.
Yeah, because not everybody's been through the same stuff like me or like you with your stuff. Not everybody has that mental fortitude. Not everybody comes into this with that mental fortitude or that what do I say, self-respect, for lack of a better term, on how to carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, this world is definitely not for the faint of heart. No matter what level you're on, it requires a lot of dedication. It requires humbling yourself and humbling others. It's a hard lifestyle. It really is.
No, you're very right. Let's see. Dr. Harley says, I was a senior leader in the military and I had to learn how to follow in club life. Exactly. You know, Dwayne says, Guardian Rider, he must have been listening very well from graybeards. That's great. You know, absolutely. And I'm sure that you're responding to the 25-year-old VP. We learned the hard way, or we got punched in the eye. Now, listen, our generation has not gotten their ass whooped enough times. And what I mean by this is a lot of these guys are about this raw crap about war and all this crap when they've never even fought one. They don't know what it looks like and the real life situations of like, hey, shit can get real serious real quick. And it can all happen with just saying a couple of words on accident and you didn't even mean it. Now, all of that to me is preventable. So why not teach it to you? You know,
Right.
but a lot of the times, like I said, these kids already know what's best for them, right?
Yep.
It's kind of true. We got Dr. Aller saying the hardest thing to learn is being an active listener. I am struggling with that. It's always a learning process. And see, you being able to even admit that is a big thing, you know. That's how we learn oftentimes is obviously when we listen to others and we actually take in what they're saying and not just listening, you know. Like I've said before, conversation and communication are two different things.
Right.
And learning the difference in how to tap into each is how you are able to talk to basically anybody. And that's kind of one of the skills I have is being able to literally talk to anybody, whether it be a graybeard, a homeless man on the street, um, my old lady, junkyard, brothers on the street, whatever. Like, it's communication is so important and learning how to use it correctly. That's why I'm the communications director for the actual club. um, but let's see, we've got Guardian Riders. Even the greenest hangarounds can have a good idea. We can learn from anyone. I still learn new stuff every day. And let me say something. My godfather, my OG, my big brother, whatever you want to call him, he's all of them. He has taught me this very thing right here, Guardian Riders. And he says it to me almost every single conversation. Shout out to Big Drift. I'm going to give it to him. This man, every conversation I'll have with him, any deep conversation, he always goes, you know what, dude? You surprise me every time because you teach me that an OG can learn from a new G and a new G can learn from an OG at any time. And it's very true. And I think a lot of the guys that are the older side don't necessarily see that aspect. And I'm glad that you see this aspect. You're a national president, sir. So you definitely see outside the box. You have to. And I'm glad that you recognize that, you know, because that's what your nation's going to need respectfully. You know what I mean? You're going to need that communication. You're going to need to learn how to deal with these kids going forward and understanding their mentality. And that's basically what this show is about is me tapping in and letting you guys know about the younger mentality, about how we move. And that's why, you know, even on the Hollywood and Mike show, all these shows, whether it be Black Dragon, I'm always kind of the representative of the young guys. You know, I've always been known as like I represent the young crew. So I want to make sure, and like I've said, I have a responsibility of that. And I want to make sure that we are doing the right things. I say the right things, and I don't get anyone hemmed up because the point of what I do is to prevent people from getting hemmed up so that people don't have to learn the hard lessons necessarily. Now, some people, they have to go through the hard lessons. That's just, they have, there's no other way for them to learn. But if you guys can learn something from this and hear this out and then go, okay, I go on the set for the first time or whatever, and now I know not to do this, X, Y, and Z or whatever. And now you're not getting hemmed up by anybody because you listened and you heard it on. And I say, people say, you know, Hollywood's even said, you can't learn from guys on the internet. Bullshit. I that's one thing I disagree with. You can hear what I've got to say and go, okay, I understand what he went through. Because for every action, there's a reaction, right? So if I can explain what action I did and what reaction happened, you can learn from that. You know what I mean? And it teaches you what can happen if X, Y, and Z happens. And exactly. Wisdom, learning from another, you know? And Dr. Ollie says, yeah, Mike, you might be a new G. However, you have an OG soul. Man, right. I really appreciate that. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You know, that means the world to me. You know, I try to represent, like I said, the best I can. at all times. We've got Reaper saying even good heads of state have to learn from their constituents.
Right.
Absolutely. Absolutely a fact.
That's how I, you know what I'm saying? And this is just for me, but you know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, every place is different. You know what I'm saying? I know some people who run their chapters like a dictatorship. Some people who don't care. Everybody
within
like for me,
and it can be within the same organization too, where
right.
This chapter is running like a dictatorship. This chapter over here is running like a democracy. You know what I mean? It's so weird how even within the same organization, and that we're not talking about mine or yours or anything. It's just general. It happens with every organization. That is how it works. And it's very interesting how you point that out. And that's very true. Yeah.
Yep.
And then we got Steve saying, I always say the same thing about you, brother. Since the first time we spoke, I was amazed by your wisdom. And I don't say that lightly to most. You know, Steve, you've always been someone to say the blunt truth. You know, if I'm dead wrong on something, you have no problem telling me I'm fucking wrong. You know what I mean? Like, that's the man you don't want yes men around you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You want people that are like, I want the people that respect me and I respect them to be able to have, you know, let me know when I'm messing up. I want them to let me know, hey, you're going down the wrong road. Hey, you're doing something wrong. Or, hey, you know, good job on this. Continue on and you're doing right. You know, whatever. I take what you guys say very serious, and especially Steve.
Yeah. 1000%. I can't agree with that anymore, bro. You know what I'm saying? Since I've first reached out to you and started talking to you, bro, you've been the utmost help with everything I've came to you with. You know what I'm saying? Explaining certain things that I just couldn't get the answers to. You know what I'm saying?
You're not. How are you going to get the answers to these things if you're not taught them? Because there is no, let's say, on protocol. There is no actual book on protocol. Let's just say, right? So you can't just look it up. You can't Google it. You can't, you know, and so the only way you're going to find out is by asking. And there's a difference between being an arrogant asshole and being actually curious and wanting to learn. And when I find someone that genuinely wants to learn, there is never an offensive question, you know, to me, because to me, the dumbest question is the one that you don't ask. You know what I mean? And so I'm all about teaching. And that's why, like, people trip on me. They're like, you don't resemble the normal club guy. Well, you don't have to, you know, like, everyone's different. Everyone's unique. And I want to show that you don't have to be that hard guy against the wall, not teaching nobody nothing, just sitting back, being a dickhead and being all hard and stuff like that. You don't have to be that guy. You know, you don't have to be the tough guy. If you're the tough guy, fine. Be the tough guy. That's fine. But if you're not the tough guy, dude, stop being the tough guy. Stop acting.
Right.
Stop doing that shit. Be yourself, man. Stop being a pussy.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's to me, if you're acting like that, you're being a pussy. You're not being yourself. You're too scared. You're too scared to show your brothers your true side. You know what I mean? You're too scared to show that vulnerability. You know, so that you put on this front like we're badasses. Well, yeah, we are all badasses because we are not giving a fuck about what we do and what, you know what I mean? Isn't that the point? But now we're too worried about judgment. So that's the opposite of what we're about. Aren't we about F this and we don't care about what you think, say, whatever? But now all of a sudden people are caring because obviously, you know, if they didn't care, they would just be themselves.
Exactly. You know,
but it's hard to find.
I couldn't agree with that more. And, you know, I got some bros and around, you know, they're softer than tissue paper, bro. I swear. But those are some of my best bros. They've picked me up from the side of the road. They've checked my tires when I've been inside a bar. You know what I'm saying? They've brought me. Some of those bros are some of the best bros you can have. The ones that don't try to be something they're not.
I've watched the hardest of the hardest fold. You know what I mean? I've watched it
Right.
where you thought this motherfucker this would never happen. And sure as shit happens. I've watched it, you know? It's incredible. We got Dwayne saying that's great. I too learned from Vietnam vets in the bike scene and still learning. I'm 57 now, and there's a lot more out there to learn and grasp onto. Listen, the day that we stop learning is the day we die. Okay? So we are always learning. Never stop learning.
Yes.
I don't care what ages are numbered, bro. You could be 16 and have way more experience than a guy in his 30s. It doesn't matter. It's just you can always learn, man. And people are too egotistical to go, oh, I can learn something. You know what I mean? They're too egotistical.
Right.
Go says,
like I said the other day.
Go ahead. No, say it.
Like I said the other day, bro, if you're the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room every time. Every time. Unless you're just comfortable. If you're comfortable and complacent, then you need to do some in-heart checking, bro. Because this life is not for people that want to be comfortable and complacent.
You know what? Since you say that, I'm going to play that very video that I talk about because I think more people honestly need to get kind of a grasp and hear what I have to say on this. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. Go ahead and listen to this while I go ahead. I'm going to restart it.
Be around people that make you comfortable. Be around people doing better than yourself to motivate you, not to be in competition. You would want to be put in a position to always be challenged. You should be around people that would be embarrassed when you are going down the wrong road and not just accepting you.
We're playing it one more time.
Don't be around people that make you comfortable.
Listen.
Be around people doing better than yourself to motivate you, not to be in competition. You would want to be put in a position to always be challenged. You should be around people that would be embarrassed when you are going down the wrong road and not just accepting you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, and that's, like I say, man, it's very important that, you know, people get the message, you know, the acceptance factor and all this. And what are your thoughts on that, Junkyard, what I just showed?
So I watched that video, I don't know, like 4 times yesterday, man, because it really puts that saying more into perspective, bro. And it really, like, honestly, you hit it like nail on the head, bro. Nail on the head.
Well, see, and I wrote, you know, not everyone's going to read captions, and that's okay. But I wrote captions for it. And on that video, I say, you are the average of the 5 people you talk to for no good reason. Okay? Not the whole, like, you're the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. Fuck that. You are the average of the 5 people you talk to for no good reason. Bettering your surroundings is something that can be difficult for others, because you are in comfortable relationships with each other. I'll be honest, I love being the worst of the 5 people. That's literally the best spot to be in, 100%. And that's the caption on the video. And that is something that, you know, again, we need to stop comparing ourselves to others at all times as well. Comparing yourself to anybody at any time, you're losing. You need to focus on yourself as well. Focus and make sure that you're because you're focused on somebody else. Now you're taking away time that you could have been focusing on yourself and bettering yourself. And it's not selfish to do that. You know what I mean? It's okay to focus on yourself and better yourself so that it betters your surroundings, and then it makes your surroundings, it betters their world. And then this is how you better the world, is by bettering yourself. And then it betters the people around you. It betters their world. And it's a trickle down effect. Okay. So that's literally how that fucking works. And I long time ago on an interview, a long time ago, I actually talk about just that alone right there. And I'm going to go ahead and scroll back because it's way the hell back there, right? You know, I have only a million freaking things on my stupid Instagram, but that's part of being a content creator. But anyways, let's see. Here it is. Okay,
Real
so
quick.
go ahead and say it.
Real quick. Dr. Harley, I agree with what you said. I'm gonna read it real quick. He said, there is a time to be the smartest person in the room. That time is when it's time to give your wisdom and knowledge. And I agree with that 1000%, most definitely.
Absolutely.
I do my best. I do my best to give my knowledge, but I also try to stay in the room above me as much as I can.
And there's no problem with you saying, I don't know, but let me figure it out.
Right.
You
And
know
I'll
what I
tell
mean?
my bros that to their face every time. You know what I'm saying? I tell them you can
Because
call me
a lot of these
anything.
guys they're too pussy to go, I don't know. You know what I mean? Because everyone has this like, oh, I got it handled type shit. No, you know, if you don't know the fucking answer, you don't know how to do it, it's okay to say, I don't know how to do this, but I will do my absolute best to find out the best way to do this. You know what I mean? Or whatever. And then that lets them know straight up, hey, you don't know how to do this. Maybe they can help you. And if not, they can guide you to someone that can. So, anyways, back to that statement about bettering the world. This is from an interview a long time ago in LA from my brother. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what I was talking about in this. So that's exactly the $1 million question right there. So everyone asks, like, how can I make the world a better place? And I've always said the same thing. If you change and make your world a better place, if you make your world a better place, then I'm going to make everyone in my world better. You know what I mean? And it's going to be an uplift on everybody. And then it's a trickle down effect. And that's how you really change the world, is if you change yourself. You know what I mean? And that's what it really boils down to. It comes down to you and your perception and the way that you look at things. Like for me, I talk on PMA, positive mental attitude. And I mean, it's something that I learned on the actual bed, you know, at the hospital. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was one of the things I learned, you know, right there at the hospital. I learned how to accept it. And then I saw that I had two roads to go down. I knew that if I went down this road, no one would blame me. I could become an alcoholic. I could drink. I could do drugs. I could abuse anything I wanted. And actually no one would blame me. Or I can just better myself and conquer this, because isn't that what life is about, is conquering one thing and moving on to the next? So why can't I conquer something like this, right? So I didn't want that to do that to me, and I knew that I was going to lose everyone in my circle too. So why do that? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to, instead of going down this road, I'm going to go down this road. And that was my decision, but I had the support and everything from my brothers, you know what I mean? And from my family. And like, I always say this, and it's kind of hardcore, but if this had to happen to anybody, I'm glad it happened to me, because maybe the person it could have happened to, maybe they wouldn't have had that support. And it's really hardcore, but I can't say I did this by myself. You know what I mean? I had to have the people around me to help me through these things. It's not like I'm breaking down and crying and trying to figure out shit, but no, you need guidance and everything. Like I was saying earlier, you need mentors in life. And if you know it all already, I promise you, you don't know shit. Once you stop learning, you've died. End of story. You know, and I'm gonna give it this for it. Yeah, no, and still living. Absolutely. Shout out to Dr. Harley. Those lights that he showed us yesterday were incredible. I mean, you spent $2,500 on freaking lighting on your motorcycle. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's, you know, I thought I spent a lot of money on my bike on lights, but
spaceship.
We got Ghost Eagle Guardian saying pride is the only thing that stops a person from learning anything or accepting that they have no idea. See, ego is the death of all clubs, and death is the ego is the death of all relationships. And unfortunately, too many people think they know it all and they got it all figured out. Life is figured out. But realistically, we're all in the same boat. We're all kind of fucked. We're all going through hardcore shit, but yet you got to figure it out, right? You got to figure it out. You know, like, no, you don't. No, the hell you don't. And it's just, and it comes down to even to this YouTube channel. If you guys were not in the chat right now, this would not be a show. You know what I mean? This would not be something, you know? And so you have to appreciate and not take for granted anything. But too many content creators and too many people in general do. They take everything for granted, like it's owed to them. Well, I'm going to promise you one thing. Nothing's owed to you on this fucking planet. Nothing is owed to you. So it's, you know, it's just the way it is. You're live on Instagram. Shout out. We got photo editor out here putting me live on Instagram, probably on the Joker Gang's, you know, his profile right now. So you know what? Because y'all are in here, we're going to go ahead and show you guys, since we're on live right now on Instagram, I might as well show you guys something pretty dope. Like I showed in the very beginning. You guys may not have been here for the very beginning of it. We're live on IG right now, so might as well show it off. We're going to go ahead and do it right now. We're going to go ahead and take a quick little studio break for some. Shout out to my brothers. We got Joker Gang. We've got Check the Star right there. And we also got our boy Whiskey Tattoo. Free whiskey.
I'm really excited today. I'm really excited today. It's that time of day. I don't got time to play. I'm really excited today. I'm really excited today. I'm really outside with the cake. I don't got time to play.
Ay, I'm really outside, keep the Draco by my side. Getting money all the time, it's really that time of day. I'm feeling like Chucky, this child's play. I'm really on time trying to count me these hundreds. I see them all looking, they wishing I couldn't. I do what I want today. Hopped in the foreign and went for a ride today. I know they wishing I wouldn't have nothing. Now I'm at the top, man, I came up with something. I trusted in no one back when I was broke. And ain't nothing changed, trust nobody to code. I ride around with a Tommy. Ay, I don't try to rap, this a hobby. Ay, the Cartier wrist on my body. Ay, VVS teeth, no talking.
I'm really excited today. I'm really excited today. It's that time of day. I don't got time to play. I'm really excited today. I'm really excited today. I'm really outside with the cake. I don't got time to play.
Yeah, my car parked with my jewelry on and my tats out. Let's see what you about. I'm a quarterback with a Draco and them holler tips will run a stupid route. But I'm outside and you know it. Yeah, them honey buns come flow. Don't play with my game cause you ain't gon' do it. Don't mention my name if you ain't paid for it. Outside with the gang, get wetter. Judging my life and you can't do better. Don't hit my line if it ain't about chat. Money on my mind, I'ma die for letter. I'm in these streets, I'm in this trap. If bodies ain't dying, I bet they collapse. Now I'm really eating, but not off a rapid. Don't you be lagging, I'm closing the casket.
I'm really excited today. I'm really excited today. It's that time of day. I don't got time to play. I'm really excited today. I'm really excited today. I'm really outside with the cake. I don't got time to play.
Yes, sir. That's what it's all about right there. Enjoying yourself,
Yes,
you know what I mean? Absolutely. Absolutely. That is what it's all about. Shout out to Joker, man. Shout out to Joker. Shout out to Check. Shout out to Whiskey. The last guy that was rapping, he's actually locked up as we speak. Free Whiskey Tattoo, man. He's a legend, man. But yeah, you know, we have a lot of exciting things coming on. Speaking of with the whole, because you guys know that I do YouTube, I have Instagram, I have all these different platforms. Well, on Instagram, I'm very active there. If you guys don't follow it, it's right here. Ball Valve TV. If you guys aren't already following, go ahead and follow there. You don't have to watch me, but that is where I go live every single day. And whether I'm live by myself, cruising around in the 6-foot, no, I'm just kidding. When I'm cruising around, or we're just chilling, talking, hanging out with Joker, smoking a blunt, enjoying ourselves, making music, whatever the case is. We're always just trying to enjoy ourselves and just have a good time and show you guys some really good content. And speaking of Joker, I'm going to show you guys a really, really old song of Joker since we're on it. A lot of guys haven't actually seen this because this is really, really old. I mean, it's hilarious. You know, this is old shit. So I might as well We do get wild on Instagram. Look, Steve can attest. He knows, he watches, it gets wild. I know Junkyard also knows because trust me, it gets fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
It gets
Absolutely.
crunk, bro.
It gets wild. You know, like you guys want some crazy content, that's where you go, you know? But, and look, I mean, like, still living, he can attest. A lot of people in here can attest for the Instagram community is insane. So I'm going to show you guys. Shout out to Joker, man, because we're on this type shit right now. And yes, follow Junkyard right here. By the way, guys, Junkyard 337 on Instagram. It's just you put the @ in front of it. That's it. You know what I mean? So follow him as well. That's my boy. And TikTok. And also Photo Editor knows it's 100% crazy in that motherfucker. So we're gonna go ahead and show you guys a music video of Joker from a long time ago. This is old, okay? This is old. So we're gonna highlight some old shit for you guys that some of y'all have not seen. Some of you may have from the live community. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. Maybe, maybe not. But we're gonna go ahead and show it. And we got some special Joker unreleased music, of course, that we're gonna play at the very end. So stick around. We're gonna have some good times with this. So let's go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about.
Joker.
Yes, sir. Get ready for this.
Joker, gang, gold chain, 305, skateboard in my J, laughing at you lame. We don't play no games. I won't say no name. That's the Joker way. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. Go up in my grill, go up in my chain. You can't fuck with us, bitch. We Joker gang. I got AK-47. I got a bitch in the rider. I get my kilos from Cali. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. Joker gang, TKZ. Go up in my grill, go up in my chain. You can't fuck with us, bitch. We Joker gang, Joker gang, gold chain, 305, skateboard in my J's, laughing at you lames. We don't play no games. I won't say no name. That's the Joker way. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine. Joker gang, gold chain, 305, skateboard in my J's, laughing at you lames. We don't play no games. I won't say no name. That's the Joker way.
Yes, sir.
That's the Joker way. You wanna jump on my wave? I fuck your bitch with cocaine.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
That part was nasty, bro.
Dude, and that's old. You know what I mean? Like that's like 6, 7 years old. You know what I mean? You know, and
Yeah, bro,
see, Joker's been doing this for a minute. You know, it's not like whether you hate it or you love it, dude's dedicated. You know what I mean? Very, very dedicated. And that's something that I respect. I respect anybody that's dedicated to whatever the fuck they are. I mean, just be you. I always say no one can be you better than you, you know? Like that's just the truth. So to answer your question, Steve, Mike, where can I find that song your club brother does that I like? Okay, you must be talking about the unreleased. I've got a ton of them, by the way. Because you know that I have all of that stuff, but it's not on this exact StreamYard. Believe it or not, I'm supposed to be over at my StreamYard, but I accidentally hopped onto Black Dragon's StreamYard team, so all of my my songs and all that are on the Madhouse and not on here, so I can't play the songs on here. But I do have them in my drive, so I can actually pull that up. Hold on. I can pull that up and then I can play it through there. But these are all unreleased songs. And so you can't get them yet. But I do I can obviously hook it up. You know what I mean? I can definitely, send it your way. I mean, it's unreleased. All of this shit's unreleased. I that's what I love showing is stuff that's not out yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
So you must be thinking of, okay, there's Bike Night, which I know you have heard before. I'm trying to make sure I get the right one. And I know which one I think you're going after. Hold on, I'm making sure that this is it. Yep, this is it. All right, so I'm going to actually stream this through my actual it's in my drive. You know what I mean? I actually have, my Google Drive. See, look how gnarly that is. My Google Drive is insane. So, tell me if you can you hear this? Can you hear that, Junkyard?
No, I can't hear it.
Okay, so I think the way that in order for that to work is you actually have to download it now and then and then play it through there and share that screen, which is super lame, which is what I'm going to do right now. But I'm trying to hook up my brother Steve here, all right? Everyone relax. So we got it downloaded. Cool. We open this up. Now I can share this screen, the media player. Yes. All right. Very, very good. All right. We'll go ahead and remove this one. And so, Steve, let me know if this is the song that you're talking about. You just let me know. Let's see. Window is the media player. Now, can you hear this, Junkyard?
No.
Okay, so what it did there is I hate when that happens. You have to select audio on that stuff. That's why I hate that. Hold on. Window. I need to open that song. Hold on, guys. Okay, now that it's open. It does this glitch. It's like on when you're doing the StreamYard crap, it for some reason it doesn't want to share the audio. All right, so also share audio. Boom. Okay, so now I'm actually showing my whole damn screen, which I don't even care. All right, so now that I've got the actual song up, let me know if you can hear this now. Can you hear that?
Hello there,
Yeah.
children. Today's topic, we're going to talk about...
Tell me if this is what you're talking
I
about,
don't
Steve.
mean women, I mean gangsters banging. I really don't think banging is permissible today. You should gang. Kids talking gang talk, walking gang walk. You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choices. Kids talking gang talk, walking gang walk. You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choices. Look, today's slightly different from the 80s. Separated from greatness, killing up all the babies. Sickness so degrading, gripping in blood daily. Never gonna let this fade me. Your bullets done hitting graves. Me still standing, amazing, suffering with complications and contemplating, debating type of retaliation. You new to this banging, you quick to join in the game when you don't even know the half about
But
what
the
you claiming. All these new fools, new crews, bloody blue shoes, so boo. Hang yourself with a loose noose, no truce. You the fool if you don't hear when it's real. You plan to deal with your life, one day you bound to get killed. I done walked through the hood, seen a lot of blood spill. Mama's crying, babies dying, getting served in the field. Don't regret the way I feel about the day in the game. Don't make no sense for you to drive up in the step lane. My nigga is talking gang talk, walking gang walk. You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choice is talking gang talk, walking gang walk. You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choice gang gang. Everybody got something to say, bro. Brothers in the streets getting stretched out like Play-Doh. Wear the right colors or better watch what you say, bro. Or get your face peeled off by the barrel of that Draco. Take no prisoners in this lane. There's prisoners in this gang. A sick thing, but some of y'all wouldn't understand the gang lane is changed. Now everybody banging. Online with that bull, it's the fake sense you claiming. Fugazi, hit the streets and catch your fade. Bullets get more hits than the internet do daily. Sadie up in these streets without that social media shame. Many that I get claimed got shot from another gang. Bless them that I remain so real that I can't complain. I'm able to spit this gang, and yo, he gon' keep it sane and keep away from the flame and mentally train the brain and whatever else that I can claim. Woo! Kids talking gang talk, walking gang walk. You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choice. Kids talking gang talk, walking gang gesture. Stand up for yourself when you're feeling a lot of pressure. That's to go address ya. What set you claim? Colors that you be wearing and sagging it like a bag. That ain't gon' get you nowhere. Homie, don't even go there. Hit me up on my hip and stop acting as if I don't care. You know where I've been up in it and out of it for a minute, and it ain't never gon' finish until we all get diminished. Tell me really who's with it, and it ain't never gon' stop. With the killing your brothers and getting shot by the cops. Now look at the situation becoming an occupation that's spreading across the nation. System really is tainted. Stay related with the ones that done been there before. Get some pointers, learn some lessons about the do's and don'ts. It's better to be square, no negative over there. Let's politic with each other and put one up in the air. Let's go. It's talking gang talk.
Yes, sir. You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choices. Yes, sir. That's what it's about right there.
Till you really find out what it do. Choices. Kids talking gang talk. Walking gang walk. You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choices. Kids talking gang talk. Walking gang walk. You never know what another person been through till you really find out what it do. Choices.
Yes, sir. That's a lot of unreleased stuff, guys. Like, so I'm going to give you one last little thing because we're here on the fun stuff. That exact brother that you just heard, okay, he does a verse that kind of blew my fucking mind. He does it right in front of me. And he did it in one take, freestyled it, didn't write it. It blows my fucking mind. And I've never shown this song ever, okay? This has not been a song I've ever shown. I've shown a lot of these other songs on my channel, but I've never showed this particular one, okay? This has got 3 different guys in it, and Yogi's obviously the headliner of the song. You know, he's the end of the song. You'll hear you just heard his voice. You're going to hear it here in the end. Here it is. I'm going to just give it to you. Fuck it. So I have to wait. Can you guys hear this? Can you hear that?
Yeah, we can hear it.
This is all unreleased. Probably I'm the only person that has it. There you go. I got permission for all of it, by the way.
Bag, you notice this. Waiting on me like holy shit. Got go flex, that's on my wrist. Nigga got guala, that's all I get. Then got a bag, you notice this. Waiting on me like holy shit. Got go flex, that's on my wrist. Nigga got guala, that's all I get. Tell them get away, they ain't really your friend. Trying to have your ass right there, down there with them. Praise to the most high, yes, amen. Stacking up money till a nigga go spin. Say you got a plan, then you need to go in. Shark that bitch, she tell me come swim. Shine bright, nigga, y'all light look dim. Put the work in, take fights in the sin. Hating on me, to my back on the bitch. Okay then, now I'm right back on your shit. Squad getting money, don't ask about the chips. Strips for the shades, now what niggas see rich. Strawberry whipped cream for the bad bitches. Nigga get back on like leeches. Go get a bag, that's my allegiance. Come fuck with a kid, yeah, you know I'm legit. Been by the bag, you notice this. Waiting on me like holy shit. Got go flex, that's on my wrist. Nigga got guala, that's all I get. Been by the bag, you notice this. Waiting on me like holy shit. Got go flex, that's on my wrist. Nigga got guala, that's all I get. Out now, they was waiting on Lee. Yo, bitch outside, she was waiting on me. I ain't with the fake, I don't do the phony. Hey, on my real niggas, way to go, G. Get off nuts, nigga, won't test me. I'ma blow up, leave snakes in the breed. Yeah, we can rap, but the flow not free. I got it on lock, cause I'm holding the key. These niggas be running like ostriches. In the club throwing them Washingtons. Yo, bitch be begging for oxygen. Sucking on me with that collagen. Shorty be looking like collagen.
None of this
say
is
bring her
out,
home,
y'all.
bro, cause I got a friend. Where your money at? You ain't got no ends. Yo, King J. Leaders just set those trends. Been by the bag, you know it's this. Waiting on me like holy shit. Got go flex, that's on my wrist. Nigga got guala, that's all I get. Been by the bag, you know it's this. Waiting on me like holy shit. Got go flex, that's on my wrist. Nigga got guala, that's all I get.
I ain't worried about it cause I've been by the bag. Got a lot of shit another nigga never had. Back then, little nigga never had a dad. That's when I was cooking in the lab. The fam gotta eat, so I gotta do it fast. But the game in the streets never let a nigga pass. It's the haters and the gators and debaters that be trans and fade them. I'm afraid I'ma land with a tag. Cause I'm that boss. I paid that cost. 10 years out and I ain't taking no loss. Stepping on the toes, I ain't never letting off. Loving on the ding-a-ling, she never leave it soft. That's 10 more toes and 4 less hoes. Just another hustle, keep a nigga neck froze. I ain't got insurance, but I got Psycho, I'm sure by the 9 with a switch and a scope. Let's go.
Ain't got a bag, you know this is. Wait on me like holy shit. Got gold flex, that's on my wrist. Nigga got guala, that's all I get. Then got a
None of that's been shown, dog. None of that.
Yeah,
None of
that's
that
hard, bro.
ever has been shown. Yes,
That's
sir.
hard.
I
Hey,
hope you
real
guys.
quick.
I hope you guys enjoyed that.
Yeah,
Hell
that was
yeah.
hard. Hey, real quick.
I told everyone to rate 1 to 10. I want to see that shit.
Shit, I give it a solid 9 or 10, 1000%.
Hell yeah, that's what's up.
That shit was hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the chat.
I agree with Trump Reaper. Dude's flow is smooth, bro. Deliverance is on point.
Yeah, like, I mean, here's the thing. I'm all about a person that can tell a story. You know, like there's so many rappers out here that are just like, you know, talking about the 3 Ps.
Yo.
You know, it's the same bullshit. Oh, I'm fucking hoes. I got money. Gold chains, blah blah blah. Like, dude, we're all fucking over that shit. You know what I mean? Like, no one wants to listen to that no more. Like, I actually love when people are actually, you know, telling stories. That's what it's about. Still living. So believe it or not, Big Homie got a 97 Impala. It was the very last Impala that was ever made. It was the SS, by the way. That wasn't a Chevy Impala. That was a 64 Caprice. And those are the original drop tops where the Mac 10s are coming out. That's the original shit with all the hydraulics, all that shit jumping, low riding. That's what Caprices were kind of made for. They were the gangster's car. But he does have the original, or the very last year of the Chevy Impala SS, the very last year, 97. You can look it up. And then, of course, we got Reaper saying this is some good shit. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed that, man. Like sincerely, like that's why I put this stuff on, was for you guys to sincerely actually enjoy it, not to be bored of it. And you know what I mean? Like, people will put on music and everyone's like, all right. And then click off and they're just not about it. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that you guys really enjoyed it. And like I said, this is all unreleased. Nothing like besides Really Outside Today with Joker and the old Joker 305 video. Those two are obviously out. But yeah, man, like we there's a lot of this stuff that is not out yet. And I'm about to play an unreleased Joker song as well. We're about to do that. So get ready for this shit. But nonetheless, man, Junkyard, I cannot thank you enough for coming on to the show. Being here means the world to me. You know what I mean? You're someone that has become very quickly close to me. When I see you in the chat, whether it be on Instagram, whether it be on here, and you go, "We live, baby," like that, just it instantly makes my day. You know what I mean? Like, you're just a positive influence, you know, and so that's again why you're on the show. And guys, if you're not following Junkyard, please do. You know, he's starting to go live now with me and all that stuff, and he puts out great content. And this motherfucker really about his ride. He really about his twos. I watched him, let's just say, wreck it and then completely fix it himself. And things go wrong, and guess what? He's a real biker about this shit. Hops right back on, just like I did. And that's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about, is being able to, like I said, conquer one thing and move on to the next. That's what this life is about, right?
Most definitely.
So, everyone, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Guys, remember this, okay? One thing. Remember this. We are going live tonight with your favorite biker on the Hollywood and Mike show tonight, okay? 5 p.m. PST, 7 p.m. CST, 8 p.m. EST, okay? It's going to be streamed on my channel, and it's going to be streamed on the Insane Throttle channel as well. So I'm sure you guys will see it there as well. But until then, like I said, I don't have my music uploaded on the StreamYard here, so unfortunately I've had to do this stupid screen share crap. But in order for me to do the unreleased song of Joker, I'm unfortunately going to have to leave this up for the ending while I play it. it is what it is. But I will do that because it's that fucking good. You know what I mean? That song alone is just, in my opinion, one of my favorite songs he's made. So y'all stick around right here, right now. We're going to play the song for you guys. I appreciate every single one of you guys from the bottom of my heart, sincerely. We can't do this show without y'all. You know what I mean? It's impossible.
Yep.
We have to have you guys.
Much love to everybody for sure.
And I don't take that shit for granted whatsoever. And I'm going to give you guys, for everyone that's been in here, thank you. And a big shout out to Nitro for becoming a channel member. This is how the channel how it like actually is able to make money, to be able to where I can put it back into, because it's not like I'm making bank off of this and I'm pocketing it. All of it goes into this, you know what I mean? So it goes to this. And besides the super chats, which we're doing a special channel tattoo, you know what I mean? So anyways, much love and respect to every single one of you guys. And the Junkyard, you want to have any closing statements before we have some unreleased Joker music?
Yeah, real quick, man. I just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you bringing me on. Anybody that follows me, you know what I'm saying, reach out. I just want to put this out real quick if it's cool with you.
Do it.
We're currently collecting donations to give to some children in need this year for Christmas. So if anybody follows me and would like to donate, you can reach out to me right here on Instagram. Right now, we're actually currently have 5 families, and we're looking to add 5 more. We're collecting bikes. Any little bit helps, even if it's just a penny. Even if it's just a penny, anything helps. So,
wow,
and Mr.
dude.
Becca, I seen your comment. Please reach out to me, Mr. Becca. We'd like to make something happen for you as well.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. That's good shit, man. I really, I didn't know that, and that's something that you let me know. I'll put it on my community tab and stuff like that. And we can have people, whether it be a link, whether it be whatever contact way, I will put whatever you want me to on the community tab, so everyone on my subscriber list can see it, so we'll talk about that off the live. Until then, guys, I appreciate you. Here's some unreleased Joker music for you guys. We're going to give it to you guys raw. Okay. Literally. Haha. All right, guys, this is something that is not out yet. And that's why it's raw. Cuh. Get ready for this shit. Let's do this. We're going to go ahead and play it. You guys can hear it, right?
Yep.
Wait, tattoos all on my face. Hey, I can see in their face. I know I'm pops. We know you not. Joker, gang. You hear the lie.
You say you gang, but we don't know your name. We been had the clout, we been had the fame. We been getting money, we making it rain. This here no joke, we don't need a scope. Everyone talking, but we never broke. I carry the weapon when I go outside, man, don't try to provoke. You go down like a slope. Wait, we got tats on our face. We got straps on our waist. Getting money, we straight. I know they hating. I know they plotting, I let them all watch. Can't ever do what we do. I put my painted tattoos.
Wait, tattoos all on my face. Hey, I can see in their face. I know I'm pops. We know you not. Joker, gang. You hear the lie. I make it spin like the wheel. I really been in the field. Money, no chill. Get on the beat and I drill. All of us ready to kill. Drum on the cage for the thrill. I get it straight out the seal. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I've been outside, that's I get it straight out the seal. I don't give a fuck how you feel. I've been outside. Inside, you don't know how I feel. I'm ready for war. I got the Drake, I'm ready to pop. You staring at me cause I know I got face tats. But you scared to run up and do something about it cause I shoot broad daylight. I don't give a fuck. Wait. Tattoos all on my face. Hey, I can see in their face. I know I'm pops. We know you not. Joker, gang. You hear the lie.